Hi, I'm Lisa. I'm Lisa and I'm a coach and mum of two football mad boys. And that's kind of why I'm doing a Facebook Live today from the car. So it's occurred to me that I'm trying to find time to kind of fit in things like Facebook Lives and do things more often. And I've been recently, I went to a meetup a couple of weeks ago and I met someone who's a really good vlogger, and she's kind of inspired me to do things a bit more off the cuff, which is why I'm now doing the Facebook Live in the car. So there's a lot of football in my household. So I've got two football mad boys. So there's been, it's Sunday today, there's been football on Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday, and today, Sunday morning. But actually there's a great half an hour window between kind of having to get the kids to football and then them officially starting the match. So when they're warming up and stuff. So there's nothing really to be watching. So I just figured, well, actually that's a great half hour that I could use to be doing something like a Facebook Live. So I'm planning to do a few more of these kind of out and about in this way, because like I say, there's a lot of football goes on. So it just seems a really good opportunity to do a bit of both. So please forgive me the whole kind of football attire and Facebooking from the car. And it did pop up to say there was a poor network connection earlier when I first started, which is why you might have seen me looking a little bit startled and confused. So if this doesn't work out particularly well, then I apologise in advance. So what I wanted to talk about today is mindfulness. And I guess mindfulness is something that I first heard about a few years ago when I think it first became popular. And the one thing that sticks with me from that mindfulness experience was we looked at I think it was a raisin, a bit of fruit, and you had it in your hand, and it was about kind of look at the raisin, observe it, smell it. Like really take your time kind of focusing on the raisin before you then eat the raisin. And I can remember thinking, oh, I don't think that's for me. Like I really, if there's a raisin there, I'm just going to eat the raisin. If that's, you know, if I'm eating raisins, I'm not going to observe it and touch it and taste it, and yeah. So I kind of went, oh, mindfulness, definitely not for me. But I had the pleasure of going to a mindfulness session a couple of weeks ago, and it was run by a lady called Jo, and actually it has changed my mind about mindfulness. So it was a really good session, and it talked about actually it was less kind of look at the raisin, smell the raisin, and a lot more about kind of relaxing and being mindful and just taking the opportunity to kind of make the most of whatever it is you're doing at any one time. And just thought, actually, do you know what, I really liked that. And at the end of the session we did a what's called a body scan, and basically there's loads of us in this room, and it was a really well lit room, and you know, you kind of think, I'm not sure how relaxed we're all going to be, but we did like a 4 to 5 minutes it was body scan exercise that Jo took us through, and pretty much by the end of the session you could feel in the room that everyone had like visibly relaxed. You could feel the relaxation in the room, and it was the body scan technique. Basically, it was just, we were just sat in a chair, and it just took you through a series of steps to kind of focus on the different parts of your body, and it made us all really, really relaxed. Now, if you're interested in that, you can just Google or go on YouTube, not Google, go on YouTube and just search for body scan, and they will just come up, and you can find a body scan and find one that you like, and give that a try, because it is really useful for kind of falling asleep at night if you're someone that doesn't fall asleep straight away at night, and I know that many of us can kind of lay awake thinking, oh heck, you know, I've got all these things I need to do. It's a really good way of kind of winding you down. The other thing is kind of mindfulness and meditation very much go hand in hand, and meditation is something that I'm a really big fan of, and I've just found a free app called Oak, which I really like. The reason I really like it is because you can pick and choose your meditation. It's a bit like pick and mix, so you can decide kind of what sort of, whether you want a female or a male voice. You can decide how long you want to meditate for, and you can also kind of pick and choose when you're meditating. You can kind of pick and choose some sounds before and after you meditate. So because if I start meditating, I kind of find like I'll set it off to go, and then I'll kind of, you know, lie down or sit down or whatever and close my eyes, and then I wriggle about a bit, and I'm not quite comfortable, and you know, before you know it, you've kind of missed the beginnings. Whereas Oak, if you download that, the first kind of minute or so, it plays you a sound that you want, and there's a choice of loads of them, but there's like a stream noise, there's a rain noise, and then it puts that on when you finish meditating as well. So I'm really liking Oak at the moment, so I definitely recommend it if you haven't tried meditation, or if you're looking for something. And the best thing is it's free, so that's great, right? But mindfulness. The one problem that I've got with mindfulness is the thought that you have to be mindful all the time. Now, I'm just going to put it out there, it doesn't work for me. Kind of imagine mindfully ironing. I can't think of anything more boring than kind of, you know, working my way to the bottom of an ironing basket mindfully. Like, I just think there's some things in life that are too dull to do mindfully. And actually, do you know what? You've got to get on and do some of those sorts of chores anyway. So I tend to listen to podcasts, or I'll put a film on or something like that. Anything that's going to distract me from doing the really boring, mundane job. So I think mindfulness is great, but I think it's got its place. And you know what? I'd much rather be listening to a podcast or doing something like that. Hi Sharon, thanks for watching. Hi Linda. I'd much rather be listening to a podcast or something like that, something that's kind of making my brain tick over, because I can't think of anything, well, I can't think of anything more boring, I'm going to be really honest, than getting to the bottom of the ironing basket, just doing that. So I think mindfulness is great, and I think it has its place. So try the body scans if you struggle to get to sleep at night. The body scan is a great way to help you get to sleep. And if you fancy trying the meditation, like I said, the Oak app is free in the App Store at the moment, and I find it great. So hope that helped. Thank you for watching. Linda, I hope you're all well, enjoying retirement. Thanks very much. Bye.